Hang on. Oh, yeah. Hi and good evening, or good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching this. And welcome to THFC Till I Die, your home of the Tottenham Hotspur. From past to present, we give it to you all here on this great channel. Elly, how are you, my dear? How are you this evening? We've had a busy day. We had a great show earlier. We've both been on the Irish Hotspur, and now we're doing this little bit of a build-up before the Bournemouth game, just a little bit of our thoughts. How are you this evening?
Yeah, I'm all right because I've just had my sweet and salty popcorn. Finished off the whole bag. What a pig!
You are making me hungry. But anyway, let's get into it. Elly, look, I want to touch on very quickly on the debate we had earlier about owners and that.
Yeah.
Look, I just want to finish off. Tottenham are the biggest club the world has ever known. We both know that. Yeah. We're both passionate about that. But I think the point I was trying to make, in recent history, other clubs have won more. Man City have won more.
Man United they have. Shame, innit? It's a shame that they've won it and we haven't.
It is, but look, it's great that you and me, Elly, can have a great debate, and as heated as it was, and I love the idea of having a debate with you. I really enjoy it, having a debate with you, Elly, and just to say thanks for everything you do. And it's a pleasure to have you as a co-owner of the channel and as one of my regular co-hosts. It's always been an honor to have you on the channel, Elly, and you're very much respected and appreciated on this channel. And as a person as well, Elly.
We'll always stay first.
So I just wanted to get that out of the way in case people thought that me and Elly had fallen that we haven't. Me and Elly are very passionate when it comes to Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, we are. We go a bit over the top OTT sometimes, don't we?
A bit like earlier on the Irish Hotspur, one person thought I said Perisic was the new Glenn Hoddle, which I heard that. Yeah, I actually said it. I was trying to say was the pass Hill made to Perisic was a Glenn Hoddle type pass. But anyway, Just to let
Yeah,
know,
that's
me and
right.
Elly are grand. There's no problem. So,
Yeah, we're
right,
grand.
we're
We're
grand. Right,
we're
Elly,
bug.
Bournemouth
Yeah,
away.
Bournemouth. Yeah. Oh dear.
What is your hopes
Well, do you know what
and
I'm
fears?
thinking? Yeah, I've got a bit of fear. I'll tell you why. Because these teams, they always raise their game against us.
Yeah.
Then they tend to lose against the other teams. And when we turn up, they play like out of their skins. So we've got to be on our guard. We've got to make sure that we're on point and we're like fired up from minute 1 to minute 90, 95, whatever extra
Mhm.
time there is. That's all
Yeah.
I've got to say, Dermot. You just got to be
Um,
careful.
team news, Elly, injury news. We know Richarlison's out. We know he's going to miss this game. And
Yeah,
who else
shame.
is out? Huh?
Decky.
Decky's out as well.
Yeah.
So they're the two. I don't know any injuries for Bournemouth, but I know that Decky and
No.
Richarlison out, and they're two big misses for us, Elly,
Yeah,
for it tomorrow.
they are.
How do you think we're going to set up? Because Elly, this was the team we did together earlier.
Yeah.
Let me bring it up now. That's the team which it was more like a fantasy, what we would like to see. Foster,
Yeah, that would
Romero, Longley
be nice.
Davis, Spence Perisic, Højbjerg as captain, which we both think, yes.
Yeah.
Suma, Son, Kane, Hill. Now, we probably won't see that, but would you, if that team sheet come up, Elly, would you be happy with that?
Yeah, I'll be very happy because at the end of the day, you've got Højbjerg and Basuma who are both ball winners and they're competent on the ball, especially Basuma, and he drives forward. Then you've got little Brian Hill Messi, who's like hit form in at the right time, and he's come on and had 2 cameo roles and affected the match really well. And then we want to see Spence, don't we? He's the other one. We want to see him, what he can do. Because at the moment, we've got either Doherty or Emerson, and we know what they can do, and they can't do very much.
No.
See? So we're
That's
very
so true.
limited. And the rest of the team speaks for itself. It more or less picks itself, apart from probably Dyer will probably hold his place because he's a blue-eyed boy at the club, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, look, for me, look, Elly, personally, for me, I think the back three. I mean, look, you got to pick either Davis, Sanchez, or Dyer, one of the three. So you rather pick Davis because the other two are completely useless. I think Lloris for me needs a rest. I think, look, he's been a loyal servant to us 10 years, and there's people saying, look, you shouldn't drop him. He's all right. It's the defense, but I think either he's making the defense nervous or the defense is making him nervous. It's one or the other. But that's the back three I go for. Look, I think Spence deserves his start.
Right.
Yeah.
when you see Dyer in front of you and he turns his back on everything, you do get a bit nervous, and Lloris is not competent with his feet. We've known this for years and years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, Elly. Look, and also Spence deserves his starts. Perisic, I think, keeps his place. Højbjerg as captain, I think he's got to be captain either the end of the season or start next season. I would give Bentancur a rest because of Marseille. Son and Kane, really, you can't drop them or rest them because they're there. And Hill, I think Hill deserves his Premier League debut for Tottenham.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's a big but coming.
Yeah.
We think this will be the team that starts tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I think as well.
Me and Elly debated over this before about doing this. We've got Luis and goal, Romero, Dyer, Longley, Emerson and Segerson, Højbjerg and Bentancur, Mora, Kane and Son. Elly, Mora, non-effective on Wednesday.
I know.
Yes,
such a frustrating player.
Yeah, people can say he's coming back from injury. He's only played one game, but for the 73 minutes he was on, he never made an impact in the game at all. No. Do you stick by him or do you start Hill?
I personally start Hill because he's a more intelligent footballer. When he picks up the ball, he knows where players are. He can lay off the ball nice and crisply and quickly. And he's got end product, the boy. We've seen what Mora can do all through the years. He's like very tricky, can beat a man, and then nothing. The only thing you can say is the Champions League final, but you can't hold on. I do love Mora as a player because he always gives his best for our club, but his best is never good enough. In terms of what you want out of that type of player, Dermot, you want him to dribble and score, or dribble and play on pass a lovely ball for an assist. But he doesn't do neither, really. I think he scored about 10 goals in his whole career with us. If that, maybe a few more.
And he'll always live.
He'll always live that already.
He will always live on. He will always live on Amsterdam, won't he? Really?
Yeah, I think the fans do a bit as well. You know, who like him, because like it's a sentimental thing. But we can't have sentiment in football, because if that's the case, we'll be stuck with Dyer for the rest of our lives. We'll be like old pensioners, me and you going, Dermot, and Dyer will be playing still. He'll play him till he's 50.
Well, this is the Evening Standard. I will show you this now. This apparently is the Evening Standard. Hang on. Just that's not working. The Evening Standard have got their predicted lineup, right?
Yes.
And hang on, let me just get it for you, and I'll just copy and paste it. And Elly, it's a bit different from our lineup.
Okay, let's have a look then.
Right, this is it here. Right,
Lloris,
so they've gone for Lloris in goal, Dyer, Longley, Emerson, Basuma, Højbjerg, Bentancur. So they've gone for a 3-5-2.
Yeah.
You know what really worries me?
Yeah, go on.
What do you think?
Sanchez is in there with Dyer. Yeah, the two most pluckiest defenders you'll ever come across in your whole entire life.
Yeah, they're the world's best.
Life.
Yeah, they really are. Sanchez and Dyer are like the chocolate.
Yeah. And Dyer's got an appropriate name because he is Dyer.
He
you know what I mean? Dyer by name, Dyer by nature. Sorry, Eric Dyer, but you know, you've got to get your act together.
Yeah, so that's the Evening Standard sort of predicted lineup. We're going for this one. I think this looks a more balanced team, Elly.
I think that one's more balanced. Yeah.
Well, Elly, look, it isn't the first time we've played Bournemouth. Now, I've been going through the records here, Elly, and we've got a we didn't play Bournemouth but in the Premier League or any league until 2015.
Wow.
But we did play them back in 1941. Let me get it up here now. And across the bottom of your screen. On the 15th of February 41, in the Football League War Cup, only 3,413 people turned up. It was at home. We won 4-1. Buckingham, J. Spearin, Longford and 2. So we got a 4-1 victory. But the first time we played them as, let me take that off. First time we played them as AFC Bournemouth, we got that. On the 20th of October 2015, it was away, the Premier League. We won 5-1. Came with 3 plus 1 penalty. Then Ballet and Lamela with the other one.
Wow.
So, and then as a hold for us playing them in the Premier League, we've won 10, won 7, drawn 2, lost 1. We've scored 25 goals and we've only conceded 5. And one of them, that loss is when we battered them one game and they actually won 1-0, which Elly was alluding to earlier.
Yeah.
And then,
I did.
And then overall, from every game we've played them in our history, we've played them 18 times. We've won 13, drawn 3, lost 2. We've scored 52 goals and we've only conceded 17.
That's
now, Elly,
record, isn't it?
It is. I've got a few questions, Elly, for you, and then that will be Dermotron and the Queen Elly pre-game thought First one, I know we touched on it earlier, Ellie.
Yeah.
Michael says Spurs are crying out for him. Maddison,
Oh,
do we go for him in January, yeah or nay?
I absolutely love Maddison. I think he's a fantastic player. He can bring so many goals to our midfield, and he'll probably bring more goals for Kane and Sonny because he's got an eye for pass. He's a very intelligent player, picks up fantastic positions, and he brings other players into play as well, which I like. And he's not the hardest working player, but I don't really mind about that because we've got Basuma and Højbjerg to do that.
And
And if
Bentancur.
you've got and Bentancur, whoever plays, and Skip as well, we've got to put Skip into that mould because I think we need goals. We need goals because goals win games. Like the great Jimmy Greaves said in his documentary, he said, I didn't run around for 90 minutes. I just done my talking in front of goal. Yeah, that's
with
it.
Jimmy Greaves, Ellie, it was a case of you wouldn't see him for 85 minutes, and then on the 80 minutes, and then on the 80th minute, he'd knock up there, he'd pop up and score the winner. Look, for me, I think Maddison is a luxury player. I think he's a player that would unlock defences. You look at the goal he scored against us when we beat Leicester 6-2, but that goal he scored was a great
goal. It was the best goal. Best goal, well, maybe joint with Sonny's, but it was a different technical skill. Yeah.
I think he would link up well with Kane and Sonny, actually, as a cam.
Definitely.
I think it's worth going after him, and I think we will go. If we don't get him in January, I think we definitely will go after him in the summer. I think that's one of them deals that we'll get through, Ellie. And this other one, Ellie, do you start with Gill on Foster on Saturday? Now, Ellie, we've gone through the two lineups. We've gone through the lineup that we would like to see to the lineup which we probably will see. Do you chance it with Wednesday's match in mind against Marseille? Knowing how Luis has been for the last few matches, the calamity of, look, I know you're a big Luis fan. Look,
I am. I am.
The calamity of Saturdays against Newcastle last Sunday, where he met, it was his fault. I also blame Dyer for that because Dyer should have ran back and protected the goal line, but Luis was at fault. Because, or do you start right? Sorry, my train of thought went there. Do you start with Luis? Do you start with Foster to give Luis a game out, let him get his head back into gear?
Yeah, I'm coming around to your thinking.
Do you start with Hill?
Yeah.
Because of his two performances that he's done when he's come on in the Champions League.
Yeah, I'm coming around to your thinking about the goalkeeper because what he'll do, it'll give him something to think about if he's dropped to the bench. He'll probably think, I won't do that too many often. I won't do that again. Cost my team 2 matches, really. Well, 2 goals, because if we'd won that one against Sporting Lisbon, we would have been through.
Yeah.
So, he had the low shot against Marcus Edwards. Yeah, he could have done better. I watched it back 3 or 4 times. I thought, yes, he could have done better. But I am a fan of Big Lloris, because I think he brings big experience to our side, calmness. The only thing he does, about 3 or 4 times a season, he'll have a rush to the head and do something silly. Yeah, but on the whole, he's a solid player. And with Brian Hill, I think we should start with Mora and bring him on, because the physicality of the Premier League, especially against Bournemouth, because they're quite a physical side as well. I think I'd start with Mora and see how he goes. He's a bit more experienced in these type of games. And then I'll bring on Hill at about 55, 60 minutes if it's not working. Because I think he's got 35, 40 minutes in him, to handle the physical side. He's got the skill set, just put it right that way, and he's got the movement. He's a very clever, intelligent boy.
Look, for myself, Ellie, I think Hugo needs a rest. I mean, we had him last night charging out the area like the Benny Hill thing, like he was chasing somebody. Sunday, somebody said it early on a show I was watching, and he's right. They didn't play to they didn't play to the whistle. They thought they were going to get a foul, but they didn't. You got Dyer then waving all his hands around.
I
So I
know.
think Hugo has to take responsibility for the mistakes he's
Yeah,
made. So I think game out might do him the world of good. Let him get his head
yeah,
into gear for an important game on Wednesday. For
yeah.
me, I would actually start Hill. I don't think Moura showed anything the game against
Mm.
Marseille. Yes, it was his first game back from injury. Yes, you can say he's probably not up to match fitness yet. But with Moura, you expect more. He is a first team player, so you expect more from him. So
Mm.
what are you chancing? You haven't got Decky. We are missing Kulusevski. I would just play Hill there, see what happens, and then take
Yeah,
it from there. But look, Elly,
yeah.
one more question, and then we will be telling people
Okay.
what's coming up. And also, we've got
Yeah,
a little message as well, just to say thank you.
yeah.
Elly, are the same. Look, we've had this under Poch, Jose, Nuno, now Conte. Performances, first half performances, bad. Get a bollocking at half time, then come out the second half, first 20, 25, half an hour, go for it, and then back off again. And it's the usual suspects, but we're not going to name them. Do you think it's a history repeating itself again? Or do you think Conte, it would be different under Conte, but it wasn't for the other managers?
I said this on the Irish Hotspur,
Mm.
actually. I don't think they're putting him under the bus because they would then not to, because Conte demands respect. And I think they do love him. You see when they score, Dermot, they go right over to the bench and they have a good old knees up, don't they, and a jump up onto each other. So I think it's, do you know what it is with Spurs? I think they've got a little bit of arrogance, but I don't know where it comes from because you've got to work. Like Man
Mm.
City, they work like Trojans. Not only are they technically better than us, they work like double the time that we do. So I
Hmm.
think we've got to buck up our ideas, roll our sleeves up, and get stuck into a match from the off. I
Mm.
don't want to see none of this lethargic passing side to side, backwards, side to side. It's boring. I mean, we're Tottenham Hotspur. We're built on tradition, aren't we? And I can't see any of that tradition in the way we're playing, the style of play we're playing.
Yeah,
I just want us I just want us to win in style, not
I
just
think
win ugly.
I think also, Ellie, I think football's changed. I know what you're saying. We played that on the Poch. I get you. We're exciting, but football has
Yeah,
changed from the Poch era too. It's
yeah,
more
it
of
has.
it's more of a defensive game. These attacking
Yeah,
teams, you get the odd match where both teams leave holes, and it's brilliant to watch. But
yeah,
when it comes to the bigger matches, they will set up defensively. Look, I
yeah.
agree with you.
There's more Wonga, you
Yeah,
see. They get bonuses. If you
mm,
don't let in a goal, you get a goalkeeper
yeah,
bonus. There's so much money in the game now that it's made it into a fear of losing. Because if you lose, you could go right down. And if
yeah,
you get relegated, that's the worst thing that can happen to your
yeah.
club in
Look,
terms of
Ellie,
your finances.
I'm going to have to disagree with you, Ellie, on one point. You said that the players wouldn't dare do it on the Conte. Well, the players wouldn't
Yeah,
have dared to do it on the Poch, or the players wouldn't have dared to do it on the Jose. Nuno was
yeah.
Nuno, right? That's all we can say about Nuno is Nuno.
You don't really
Uh,
care about him
well, look,
then.
we
He's
won the
just
first
Nuno.
three. Well, Nuno, he won the first 3 games, lost the next 3 games, and that was just
Yeah,
50-50 Nuno. But they did
yeah.
it on the Poch. On the Poch, it was a family all together. That didn't work. They brought Josie in. You're too soft. You're all a bunch of whatever. That
I
didn't
know.
work. They brought,
CUNTs.
they brought Mason in. They brought Mason in, Ryan Mason, for the remainder of that season, picking these mates. That didn't
Yeah.
work. Then they brought the guy
Mate.
Nuno. Yeah, but no, they brought the guy that Nuno in. That was just a
Yeah,
disaster anyway. Then they brought
yeah.
Conte in. But Ellie, it's the same players again and again and again, letting the managers down. we've got players from different eras of the managers we've had.
Yeah.
So look, where I agree with you in one way and another way I disagree with you, because I think they are slightly throwing Conte under the bus. That first half performance against Marseille, that performance against Newcastle was not acceptable. They got booed off. They got booed off twice in 2 days in 2 games at home. So what has to change, Elly? What has to change between now and Saturday, and between Saturday and Marseille? Because you know full well, even if that stadium in the Velodrome isn't full, if we lose, you know the same players are going to come out with the same excuses. Oh, it was the atmosphere. It got to us. Oh, we couldn't. I mean, we lost to Mora, and Ben Davies is coming out saying, "Oh, it was the pitch." I mean,
the pitch is the same for every single player, not just our team, their team. The pitch is the same. They're playing on the bloody same pitch.
Where does is it a mentality problem, Elly? Is it a lack of respect? What is the problem? Where do you see the problem lying?
I don't know. I just feel that they feel that they can't win anything. They haven't got the confidence to go out and grab it by the balls and actually win something. It's like Steve Perriman said, if you win one trophy, it creates so much euphoria around the club. Everybody's happy and you get that energy boost in the club. You know, it's like positive mental attitude. You go on the pitch thinking that you're like 4 on the pitch, you know? You go out and you play like a Viking every single match to win the match. I just feel that they go on the pitch half-hearted.
Yeah, but
like sometimes with a little bit of arrogance as well, like they think they're better than they are. But some of them are plain average.
Yeah, right. Look, I'll bring up the team sheet again, Elly, because I think it needs. Look,
well, I'll tell you the average ones: average, below average.
Yeah.
Average.
Hang on, Elly. I'll bring up something else for you. This is the team that played against Marseille. Now, as I said when we did our pre-thing, that the players in blue were the ones that I wanted dropped.
That you wanted dropped, yeah.
Okay. Luis, look, you and me can have disagreements on Luis all day long. We both agree that he's loyal to he's a great servant to the club, but his time is coming to the end. Dyer's been there. They're going to offer him a new contract. Why?
I know. Because I told you he's the blue-eyed boy at the club.
For what?
Can't do no wrong.
For what?
He could do 10 mistakes and he's still back in. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Where do them players in blue, Elly? What do you do with them? I mean, is there a click within the dressing room that says, "Right, lads, listen to me"?
I wouldn't put Lloris in that, but Dyer and Davies, right? Dyer is very good friends with Doherty, right? Because they play golf together and they hang out together. You've seen the videos playing FIFA. So these two, they're both below average, really. And Davies is another one, and the rest of the team are fine. Like you got Romero, Lloris, Perisic, Bentancur, Højbjerg, Son and Kane. You replace those 3 players, those 3 there, with better players, then you've got a solid foundation to build your team on. Like when we had Jan Vertonghen and Toby. All right, we didn't win anything with them, but we were solid. We were hard to beat, but they were very technical players. They could control the ball. You pass it to Dyer and you think he's going to take 3 or 4 touches before he gets it under control sometimes.
Look, Elly, Dyer for me, he needs to go. I don't care what you do. Rip off his contract.
He needs to go, not on the bench. Out of the club.
You're gonna need to in the summer replace these players, or in the January and the summer replace these players.
Yeah.
We desperately need 2 centre backs. We desperately need a new goalkeeper. That's obvious. And we need a right wing back. Right? They're the 4 in blue that we need to. That I think we need to do in January and next summer.
Yeah.
Where else in the team? Hang on, Ellie. Where else in the team do you feel we need to improve?
Do you know what? The right wing back, obviously, with Doherty there, and
Well, I
then
said that.
if we've got Kulu in this position and Perisic on the other side, I'm happy with that. Right, and then Højbjerg and Bentancur, they haven't let us down at all. Maybe one game, but other than that, they've been superb both together, linking up well. And then you've got Son and Kane there. They've been off. Maybe Son needs a rest as well, I would say. But then who we're going to play with Kane? There's no one else, is there, to play up front? Yeah, but he's injured.
Yeah,
I'm sort of talking about that. When he comes back,
no, Ellie, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about what you do.
All right. So I would put Richarlison in Son's place. Give Son a total rest.
No,
we saw when he got.
That's not I'm on about Ellie. I'm on about the transfer for the where do we need to improve? If we look, I'll bring it up again. Hang on. Let me bring it up again.
Okay. Right. So we need the right wing back. We need the centre back.
Yeah, okay. Look, what I was trying to say was the ones in blue, we know that they need replacing. That's done. Where else do you think, Ellie, we need to improve in the team? Where else do you think we need to look at in the transfer market?
Well, you've already said the goalie, replace the goalie.
Do you think we need a left wing back?
We need a cam. We need a cam, and we need another left wing back, because I think Perisic won't be able to last the whole season playing 90 minutes and 90 minutes again 2 times a week. No way. He won't be able to last. He's barely lasting playing every other game, and he's not affecting the game as we like. He's been good in some respects with the crossing, but in regards to overall effectiveness on the pitch, he's been a bit of a letdown. So I think we need, I think we need another strong left wing back as well.
Yeah,
someone with experience, but younger than Perisic.
Do you think Segerson can do that role, or do you think we need somebody to replace him? Or
I think we need to replace him, Dermot. I don't think he's got the confidence to take on his player and really affect the game like we want him to. He's got a lack of confidence, the boy. He keeps on checking and passing it sideways or backwards. Nah. The only time he's good is when he's running at the defenders and they play him in and then he crosses. So he doesn't have to beat his man. But I mean, Perisic can do that. Yeah. We need another left wing back though.
Yeah.
Because
I agree with you on that.
33, it's going to kill him if he plays twice a week.
Yeah. So Ellie, look, this is what we're looking at probably for next season. Probably a new goalkeeper and a new centre back. If we had a new left wing back, would you be happy to see that sort of a lineup next season?
Yeah. What, with Forster in goal as well, or a better goalie?
No, just say we've got a new goalkeeper and a new left centre back and a left wing back.
I would be happy, because I'll be very happy with that defence. And then Spence, I would love to see Spence, because I think, like you said, he's going to be the next Walker. He will be. So. But he needs his chance. Give him a chance, for God's sake. And then I like Little Hill. Just hope he can eat a few more steaks between now and next season. So we don't have to put him back on low.
You'll fatten him up, won't you? You'll fatten him
up. I would take him to a few restaurants, feed him some nice home food. Yeah, he'll be at least 2 stone heavier by the time I finish with him.
Eddie, you're a diamond, honestly. But look, let us know in the comments below. Look, we're not saying Foster and Davis will be starting next season, but if we can replace at least 2 of them, 3 of them positions, would that be a lineup you'd be happy to see it starting next season? Or maybe in January we might be able to do something. But look, we will be having transfer shows. Me and Ellie will be doing a daily transfer show in January as well. get all the latest. Then so we will be doing that.
Yeah.
Right, Elly, we're coming to the end of this Dermotron and Queen Elly pre-game thought show.
Big up.
Big up to everyone. Listen, we reached 700 subscribers today during our live stream. I want to thank everyone who subscribed. I'm very humbled. I'm very sort of shocked, to be honest with you. When I started this channel over a year ago, I never thought I'd get over 200. More like get the 700. So I'm very humbled and grateful and thankful for everyone. We are going to get to 1,000. And I don't know if we'll get there before the World Cup or after the World Cup. We'll get there. Elly, any words you want to say to the THFC Till I Die Army? Or is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, since I've joined the channel, I've really enjoyed myself. We've had some cracking shows and cracking comments from you guys. You're amazing. You know, the things you come out with crack us up. You might lie on it for the entire show. You know, you've got like your Carl Simpsons, you've got your Lisas, you've got everybody that contributes, David Clark, Chris Agenbar. There's so many to mention. There's too many to mention. But what I would like to say is a big, big thank you to you all for making me feel welcome as well, making Dermot the man that he's become now, more confident. You know, he comes on the streams, he's prepared for them, and he does it all for you because he knows that you guys are tuning in to see how he's prepared for the show, because it's mainly Dermot's hard work that goes into preparing the shows. We do chip in with questions and that, but he's doing most of the work to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning for you guys. And that's his way of repaying you, to give you everything Spurs, old and new, you know. And hand on heart, I thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah. Look, Elly, I want to thank you and Philip as well. Look, you can't forget Chris and Coover and Phil at the beginning. They started with me, but look, I can't thank you and Philip Brady and Chris as well. Look, and his for all the support, all the support, all the encouragement you give me. And look, I love this channel. I really do. I feel very honoured and proud. But to get to 700, I am very humbled. I'm very, very slightly don't know what to say. I'm not very good at this thing, so saying this, but I just want to say a massive thank you. And look, we've got more coming up. And Elly, what have we got coming up? We've got no shows tomorrow. We're having a Saturday off. Me and Elly are taking
Saturday off. I'm going down to Chelmsford. And then we're back on Sunday, aren't we, to do the post-match Bournemouth?
Yeah, we're doing back on Sunday post-match at 8 o'clock. We're back then at 1 o'clock on Monday with Newsbeat, where Elly and me were going through the whole weekend Premier League, all the latest news from Spurs. And then Tuesday, we're back on then with Elly's lady show at 3 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon.
And I'll be giving you all the lowdown.
Yeah, 8 o'clock Tuesday evening, we're with the pre-match show for the Marseille game. Then Wednesday,
big one.
The big one. We are doing the watch along on Wednesday. I hope it is on Wednesday. I hope it's not Tuesday. And I need to double check.
I think it might be Tuesday. Let me just check that while we're on the line. I think it might be Tuesday we're playing.
Oh, Lord, that'd be a good one. Do the match a day later.
You know, you're too late. We've already qualified.
Yeah, we've already qualified. Oh,
and my husband must be very depressed because QPR are losing 2-0.
Oh, they're playing Birmingham, aren't they?
Yeah, they're playing Birmingham City. You see, you never know what you're going to get in football. You're top of the league, and then you lose to Birmingham, who are fourth from bottom or something like that.
Yeah, then we've got, and then we build up then to the. I think we've got Liverpool next weekend, and then
it's Tuesday.
So
it's Tuesday,
So Monday we've got the pre-match show. Monday, Newsbeat will become the pre-match show at 1 o'clock. Me and Elly, and hopefully Philip Brady when he's back from his sea being on the sea. Then Tuesday at 3 o'clock we've got the Queen Elly Spurs Ladies show. Tuesday night we've got the watch along. Wednesday we've got the post-match show. Thursday, then we've got the build-up then to the game at the weekend, and then we've got the watching on then next Saturday or next weekend, and then we've got the post-match next Sunday. So we've got loads coming up, but also, Elly, on the 18th of November, we have a very special show coming up, haven't we? So
we've got the big charity event for the sufferers of ADHD and autism, and children for children, because it does affects all the family when you've got a child with autism and ADHD, and our Dermot knows that very well because he was suffering from it as a child. So they didn't even know what it was in those days, did they?
Exactly. It's only the last. I got diagnosed in 2020, so as a 45-year-old, it's a bit of a get your head round, but it makes sense. But there's loads of families, Elly, that need help with
they do,
equipment,
and we're
toys,
here to help.
And especially with Christmas coming up. So me and Elly have decided to do this 12-hour stream. Elly, what we're doing on the 12-hour stream, what we're going to do in it?
Oh, we're doing loads of stuff. We're going to have David Harris on doing the quiz, which will be marvellous. And we'll be doing lots of fun things throughout the show. It's going to be a 12-hour stint, so there's plenty of things we're going to be packing in there. Like, we're going to be asking you to send in questions and, test our knowledge on Spurs, and we can be speaking about Spurs as well. We'll also talk about, obviously, the charities that we're helping. And hopefully, I'm not sure if you've lined anybody up yet, Dermot, to come and have a little talk about how it's affected their life because they've got a child suffering.
I've got one person already lined up, and I'm looking to get another one lined up as well. And also, we will be doing on that strange stream. We will be rating the managers on the Levy's, right? So every Levy manager. We've done Sugar. We may even do Sugar start. We may start with the rate down and Sugar managers. We've done that show before, and then we're going to do the Levy ones. We're going to invite fans on to talk about their favourite Spurs moments, and also we're going to invite 4 people on. We want you to name your all-time Spurs 11.
Spurs 11.
Me and Elly
with 2 substitutes, isn't it? We're giving them 2 substitutes.
Me and Elly and Philip, we're going to do a combined one between the 3 of us, but we're going to get you on, and we're going to ask you why you picked certain players, and make it a bit of fun. We're going to have FIFA streams as well. We're going to do that. There's going to be a FIFA tournament.
Nice.
I think a couple of days afterwards, and then once all the money's in and we've done it, we're going to do a live stream of us giving the money to the charities, and we're going to do it live on there, so you see where the money is going.
Brilliant.
So that's what we've got going. So thank you very much for watching, Elly. Thank you for joining me as always. Score prediction for tomorrow for the Bournemouth game?
I said 3-1 to Spurs. Yeah, I think we've got 3 goals in us.
Yeah, I think so, and I'm going to go for 1-0.
Yeah. Good one as well, still a victory.
Yeah, well, I'm going either for a Bentacle or Højbjerg to get the winner. So that's my thought. Well, listen, thank you all very much. Thank you, Elly. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for all the subscribers. To 1,000 we go in content with trust. Elly, are you gonna sing us out again?
Yeah, why not?
Hang on, let me put you on solo. There you
Let's
go.
see what I'm going to sing today. I'm going to sing the Benny Hill one.
Okay.
Cut.